There we go. Now we're back in PowerPoint. Orange P down in the dock. And you can pick any kind of theme or background that you want. Doesn't really matter. And we'll extend it out. We are going to do an interactive PowerPoint today on parts of a flower. You guys doing life science this year? No? I'm going to do parts of a flower. And actually, instead of typing parts of a flower, I don't want it labeled ahead of, well, we can use it labeled. I'm going to go into images. And that's way too complicated. This looks more like what we're looking for. Look at this picture. Can you label the plant? I'm going to save image as, so I hit two-finger click them both at the same time, save image as, and I'm going to save it as something complicated like flower to a place I'll remember, like the desktop. Hit save, and then I'm done. In PowerPoint, then click up here where there's dead space and drag it down and find my picture of a flower. And I have my page 1 done now. And I'm going to put in a new slide again. If I click this button up here, it's a new presentation. I don't want to do that, just a new slide. And I'm going to have the different titles. So this is a flower. Command D on the slide, and that makes a new one. Command D again. And instead of flower, this is going to be leaves. This is going to be roots. And Command D one more time. This is going to be stem. So the flower, and put in a quick definition, is the pretty part of the flower. The flower is a pretty part of the flower. That's a little redundant. The leaves collect sunlight for photosynthesis. We're missing some letters in there. So we'll use our cheat and no. Synthesis. And you can come up with your own definition as long as it's fairly accurate. Roots collect water, and the stem holds up the flower. So I have definitions for each. Now I'm going to go find a picture for each. I'll try this. Nope. This one has little cameras on it. That means it is copyrighted. We don't use that. Just snag one of these quick. Nope. Copyrighted too. There we go. There's no watermark on that one. It has the little checker box. That means that it has no background. So I'm going to save it as flower 2. And again, I could just drag it in from down here, or I could go find it on my desktop where it's saved to and drag it in there. You see how there's not a white outline to the flower because it has no background. So if I cover up the green part, it doesn't fill in the entire square. So there's the flower. I'm going to do the same thing for all of. Let's see. We'll do leaves with no background. Exact same thing here. We'll do one more. Found a leaf. And a two-finger click. Save image as. Leaf. Actually, it's just one leaf. And we'll drag her in. And this one does have a background because I didn't specify. Okay. So I'll do the same thing, only I'll find a picture for a root. That is not roots. And for a stem, that is not a stem. Next thing I'm going to do, this is the more complicated part. We're going to insert a shape. Just a rectangle over top of the word leaves. Two-finger click, format shape, and the fill is currently green. I want to make it any color. I have to pick any other color and make it 100% transparent so it's see-through, but I have to have a color picked. And then I'm going to get rid of my line, no line. So now there's still a square here even though I can't see it. A two-finger click, action setting, and I'm going to have it hyperlink to slide, and since this is the leaves, we're going to go find hyperlink to slide leaves. Okay. I'm going to copy that rectangle. Well, we're not going to do that yet. We'll put in another shape, rectangle. Put it over top of flower, 2-finger click, format shape. You can pick no line. For the fill color, we'll pick any color and 100% transparent. So again, my rectangle is here. It's not highlighting the whole picture, just the flower part, 2-finger click. Action setting, hyperlink to, slide, now I go find flower. Now, you know how to make the shape, you know how to make it transparent, so now we're going to take a shortcut. We're going to click on it and hit Command D, duplicates. And so now I don't have to go through that process. All I have to do is change the action setting to go to slide stem. Okay. Duplicate. Change the action setting to go to slide roots. And we have all of them set now. Last thing I need is a home button that'll take me back to the first one. So we're going to insert an action button this time with a little picture of a house. That's lovely. And we're going to hyperlink to the first slide. And since it says first slide and not previous, I can copy and paste my button, Command C, Command V, Command V, Command V. And now it will always hyperlink me back to this. So I'm not sure if it's going to work in preview mode, but when I click on leaves, it will take me to leaf slide, flower to the flower side, and every time I click the home button, it will take me back to this slide. I'll try it in presentation mode. If you want to try it out, it's the button down here. This is slideshow view. And if it works, click on leaves, it goes to the leaf, flower to flower, and home comes back home. Last thing we're going to do to be fancy schmancy is like a Walmart kiosk. We're going to go to slideshow, setup show. We're going to browse as a kiosk. What that does is it requires you to click on a link to move so it doesn't get stuck. If I go to preview, I can click as much as I want and it doesn't move unless I click on a link. To get out, you hit escape. Then we're done. File save as. And we're going to save it as interactive flower. Save it someplace you'll remember. And then upload it to the Google Classroom and mark as done.